Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and as the title of this video suggests, I have finally received, after, opening my channel in 2011, and all of those years, 7.5, a little more, maybe give or take a month or two, years of content creation. I have just received my first copyright strike on my channel. And it's a little ironic considering, if you've watched my, summer 2018 anime watch list video, for those of you who are here for the anime coverage, you may be aware of the fact that I'm kind of taking a break. I kind of took a step back. I'm not producing daily or weekly content at the moment, choosing more so to watch and enjoy the anime than, pick it apart and have to come on and talk about it in videos, every other day or every day or weekly or whatever, without that instigator of making money off of it like some of my contemporaries on YouTube do. With every click, every view, every thumb up, every thumb down, they make a buck. I don't make anything. I make nothing, nada, zero, zilch. It is strictly, a passion for me, a sort of hobby, like glorified, I guess you could say. And so I was pretty much taken aback by the irony that my first ever copyright strike comes when I'm effectively on a break from creating video content as often as I have been doing over the last several years. The way it went down is the other day, I think it was the 28th of July, I log on and the first thing that happens is I'm on lockdown. I have a message blurb that pops up and says, because of course I didn't check my notifications or emails or anything like that ahead of time. I don't usually do that until I've gone through everything else that I can see readily when I log into YouTube. But it stopped me from doing anything. It said, you received a copyright strike, a video takedown, forcible takedown. It was on my episode 21 review of season 2 of Classicaloid. I know, a much beloved series to so many of you. It was a series that I fell in love with, that I personally had a passion for, with all of the references to classical music, classical composers, the crazy sci-fi fantasy bonkersness of the show and everything like that. Was not much beloved by many of the people who watched my content. Maybe two, ever engaged me in conversation regarding the series and my reviews. And even then, not every single episode that I would discuss. But so I was kind of flabbergasted. I'm like, okay, how did this happen? It turns out, as I've written down here, it was air quotes, according to the video page itself. The video was allegedly manually detected by Japan Creative Contents Alliance, LLC. There's a mouthful. And I have to question exactly whether it was manual after all or not, because if you actually clicked on the video, and this is the case for every single one of my Classicaloid videos, with the exception of the first few of the first season when I was really sick with a staph infection that had racked my body in 2016, I had taken to pointing my camera while I would, talk about the episode off camera at a stationary background of multicolors or an artistic background, nothing pertaining to the show itself. Every single one of my videos, none of them have ever contained any photographic, video, or audio samplings from the copyright holder, from the show. The only thing that reflects anything relating to the anime, apart from the title of my videos and the fact that it says review, would be the thumbnail. You take a screen cap of the episode, you put it on, put the word review on it, or discussion, or whatever, reaction, and you put that as the thumbnail. So it's not actually part of the legit video, the video proper, the review proper. And this has long been the case with everything that I do, anime review and discussion wise, everything a lot of my contemporaries do online. They take a screen cap, they put review on the top of it. Some people have a little sort of a cartoony version of themselves, a little avatar that they put onto it, to identify their channel. If you're going through a search rather than subscribe directly to them, you'll see their little, caricature, and you'll know, oh, that's their video talking about that thing that I want to see. So it's gobsmacking to me. It's not the first copyright claim I've ever gotten. There are 9 videos, excuse me, that sit in my copyright claim folder, all of which have had, within the video, back during the days before I had a smartphone, I had a BlackBerry, which was like stone knives and bear skins, and I had to make sort of podcasty-like videos in order to get videos of any length greater than 4 minutes uploaded to my channel. And so from time to time, whether it was a music clip that at the time was copyright free but has since become, claimed, or some imagery like still photographs of like all the women from the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, screen caps from the various Star Trek feature films, where I did retrospective discussions on those, and at the time I had to include those screen caps in the video. All of these have been claimed, but never once have they been taken down. They've been claimed under the guise that the license holder will make money off any viewership that goes through the video. And I've let that slide because most people aren't watching them anymore anyway. They're very old videos. Eventually I want to, come around to redoing them all, remaking them all. But I figured it's only fair. I use their screenshots. I love their property. That money will go back into funneling, hopefully, more of creation of the same, that kind of thing. So it all goes back to, it's like the circle of life. It all goes back to the IP holder, and that made sense to me. I let it slide. It wasn't a strike against my channel. They would just get the money off the viewership. This is a legitimate, proper strike. It's the first strike I've gotten in 7 years of nearly daily, almost daily, if not every other day, weekly, for 7 years straight, with the exception of 2016, where I took a lot of time off because of that staph infection that ravaged my body and made me immobile, almost bedridden entirely. I had become sickly. When you see me come back on camera during the coverage of Classicaloid, you can see me looking really almost dilapidated. I'm very thin. I'm looking somewhat sickly. I'm hunched over like this sometimes because I have a wound in my back that's constantly outflowing, and I won't go any more into depth on that, but the unpleasantness of that. Just tremendous pain and lots of yuck, put it that way, But in any case, in all of that time, I've never received anything this immediate. I looked over the copyright, strike information. Finally, I did go and check my email notifications, and sure enough, I had gotten one. It seemed immediate to me. As soon as I logged in on the 28th, boom, it just happened, and there was no choice. I had to sit through YouTube/Google's little rigmarole, copyright school cartoon video, which seemed to me, in the tone of it, to be mocking. It didn't really sit well with me, and I tried everything I could to not have to sit through it, because I already knew the answers to the little questionnaire you had to fill out afterward. One of them I still got wrong, even after watching this horrid little piece of animation talking about copyright. Before I had to sit through that before I could commence to do anything, any channel maintenance, any taking down of videos or considerations along those lines. And only then, after that, was I able to get some kind of information. There are no specifics, rather, in either the email notification or the page of the video where the takedown is listed. Nothing specifically is mentioned, whereas all of the other copyright claims I've ever gotten specify photographic content, video content, audio content. Nothing of the sort in this particular claim. It just says manually detected, forcible takedown by law. And the video conforms to this, what you're watching now. It's me sitting on my bed, in my bedroom, talking to the camera, talking to you guys, my peers, about an anime episode. There's no audio content, there's no photographic or video content relating to Classicaloid at all. I say the title a bunch. I name the characters as I'm describing how I reacted to things in the episode, love it or hate it. That's it. And that was apparently against the law. And so I immediately, once I could, get through all the rigmarole bullshit, I immediately made every single other one of my Classicaloid reviews private. I have since made them unlisted because I have a playlist for people who may still stumble across it. I, know there's so many of you out there that are going to be chomping at the bit to watch them. In order to have them watchable to anyone who desires to watch them, if they watch, from the playlist. But as far as the search goes, they are unlisted now because, this is bullshit. It's complete and utter hellacious bullshit. I don't know what brought this on. This Japan Creative Contents Alliance, LLC, as they're called, they have a website. And I went to the website, and it's all about protecting against piracy. So my video was, for all intents and purposes, mistakenly, speciously claimed as being the episode proper, is what they're telling me. It apparently was struck by some automated service, not manually detected, as it suggests, as it purports, and mistakenly, speciously, unlawfully took the video down by force because it considered that thumbnail, screen cap, to be proof enough that I had uploaded illegally the full episode. I have 50 separate Classicaloid episode reviews because the first season was 25 episodes, the second season was 25 episodes also, and this is just one of those. But here's the concern, here's the worry now. Japan Creative Contents Alliance, LLC, as I say, they have a website, and their mission statement is plainly stated on the front page that it's all about protecting Japanese IP and copyright, breaking copyright law and everything, piracy. They have a listing of a shit ton of anime series that they're going to go after. And I've covered at least a dozen of them in reviews. So suddenly I'm like, Johnny's shaking in his shoes, because if I just got 3 of those back to back, oh, bye-bye sXeblues, bye-bye channel that I've had since 2011. It goes bye-bye, by the wayside. And I don't want that. Of course, at this juncture, I will remind anyone who enjoys my content, anyone who likes me as a person or whatever, or what I talk about, knows that I will be talking about the summer 2018 season, as we get toward the end, or once it has concluded. I'll be back on talking about all the shows I've been watching again as a sort of overview follow-up, touching back upon all of those. If you look forward to my videos, if you enjoy engaging with me, you should be reminded of the fact that I have an entirely secondary channel, which has up to this point been used for more personal, vloggy, outtake-related material. The outtakes are my favorite aspect of it. Whenever I've had flubs and fuck-ups in videos, stuttering and stumbling over words where when you put it together, it's happened several times, and you edit them all together, it's actually pretty entertaining. I even crack myself up with how insane I can get in recording videos, although I haven't had one, in a while to put together. But that is what my secondary channel, Johnny sXeblues, it's the same, URL as my main channel, sXeblues, http://www.youtube.com/user/sXeblues. The secondary channel is Johnny, JOHNNY, sXeblues, all one word. And that's my secondary channel. You can find it on the front page of my main channel. You can find it in the description of every single one of my videos, this one included, when I edit it, edit it into the description. I would highly recommend that you subscribe over there if you have any even passing interest on anything I cover, for fear of my channel being taken down at some point because of this erroneous, flagrant misuse of copyright law and action. I was given 2 options as to how to react to this, for all intents and purposes. They gave me the request a retraction directly option, which thankfully this particular copyright strike / claim had an associated email address to Japan Creative Contents Alliance LLC, or I could make a counterclaim, which would require me to give all of my lawful contact information and, my blood type and the DNA of my firstborn, even though I'm not even married or have a girlfriend at the moment, sign over my soul and everything like that. I opted for the requesting of the retraction directly. And I have since, the same day, I heard back from a representative, of Japan Creative Consultants Alliance or Contents Alliance LLC. He had said, we will immediately, put in a retraction. Sorry about that. We'll have a look at it once it's free. Couple of days goes by. I hear nothing. Finally, I get another email from the cat. And he is telling me that I need to put in a counterclaim, which is not my preferred, dealing with this, and then they can figure it out. So I'm like, hold up. Hold up there, Chet. Here's the thing. I said, in an email follow-up now, I think 2 days ago now, as of the time of this recording, that I sent back after having heard from this guy twice, I said, look, this is what I think happened. I think Japan Creative Contents Alliance LLC had an automated thing that erroneously picked out my video because it had a thumbnail taken from the topic of discussion, the anime episode. I said, I have a whole lot more, being that I'm an anime reviewer. I discuss, review, critique. Everything I do is conforming to fair use law and protected as such by that law. Everything like that. It's only ever been the thumbnails in my videos, but I have a whole lot more videos with thumbnails such as this. Is this now going to be a worry and a concern for me? That every single one of my videos is at risk of being so erroneously, mistakenly struck that I could lose my channel after 3 strikes? And if so, what should I do? How should I proceed further? I'm not going to go and make a counterclaim off the top of my head just at your insistence. I want, information. I want to know what I should do. Should I take down all the videos? I don't want to take them down because, there's really no need since there's no copyright content within them. So should I make them all private temporarily? Should I swap out every single thumbnail? We're talking 2,500 plus videos I've uploaded in 7 years. A lot, the mass majority of that content is anime-related discussions. And for each and every single video is a corresponding thumbnail that relates to the topic of discussion, which is a screen grab or something. Some licensed piece of art for the topic of discussion. So what in the flying fuck should I do? Of course, I didn't use the language. But what should I do? Should I take down all those thumbnails? Should I swap them out? Should I just remove them entirely? What can I do here? And as such, if whether I file a counterclaim or not, if their retraction is satisfied, if they are able to view the video and they're satisfied that in fact I'm telling the truth and there is no copyright content within the video proper, does this then satisfy any level of protection for my channel that this will not happen again on any of my other myriad videos? It's been 2 days and I haven't heard dick. Haven't heard anything back from this motherfucker. Yet. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm really peeved. It doesn't help that my sis and I are destitute and starving for 3 days before we get our next payday. No food, no water in the house other than tap water, which makes us sick. I'm already dealing with that. I'm already sick and I have a pounding headache from dehydration and whatever like that. Already got that to deal with. I didn't need this as well. A copyright strike, my first copyright strike since I opened my channel. And the fear, the anxiety of the chance of this happening again and losing my fucking channel. Please, if you like me, if you like my content, if you know what kind of content will be coming in the future from me, Star Trek, Doctor Who, anime, that kind of shit. Action figures, showcase videos, discussions, reactions, reviews, whatever, thoughts, opinions, objective or otherwise. If you enjoy what I produce, if you enjoy my uploads, if you like interacting with me, I consider you my friends, my peers. You're not an audience. You're the same as me. We're on the same level. You know, you get as much respect thrown back at you as you throw to me. If you show disrespect, you'll get that in kind. You know, that kind of thing. We're all the same, and it's really a peeve to me. To think that all of this could be done asunder, could be, you know, the carpet ripped out from under me for mistakes, for you know, absolute just unlawful mistakes like this. They immediately sided with this Japan Creative Contents Alliance LLC, not seeing the video at all, just because of the thumbnail. So I implore you, please, if you do like me, if you do like my content, if you enjoy me as a person, if you haven't followed me over on Facebook where I talk about all the anime I'm not reviewing in videos, I make posts every other day. From a paragraph to 3 paragraphs in length, you know, take screen caps, and I make posts talking about the episodes that you may want to know about. And you can engage with me over there. You can be like, hey, Johnny, what'd you think of episode 3 of, you know, whatever, you know, whatever I'm watching, whether I'm watching something or not. You know, you're free to engage with me over there, or please, as I say, I implore you to check out and subscribe to my secondary channel, just in case this one disappears, either through Facebook or through comments on this channel, this main channel, or any potential uploads that will then be put up on my secondary channel. You can stay in the loop, you know, in case I really go silent, in case you come looking for my channel and it's nowhere to be found. You'll still have a means to find me with those. You know, I also have my anime list account, which is still on lockdown because of the site maintenance that has been going on for over a month and a half. You know, I don't know when that's going to conclude, when that's going to be undone and everything's going to be freed up again, because you can't look at other people's watch lists at the moment and such. The whole forums has been shut down. You can't, you know, post there, which I was doing pretty, you know, frequently just before that site got locked down. But I'm rambling. Long story short, this fucking sucks. I'm really pissed off. I'm really upset about this. First copyright strike I've gotten in 7 years, more than 7 years. Inexplicably, unlawfully, mistakenly, egregiously, and I don't know. I don't know what to do other than sit and wait in the wings and see what happens, see if I get a response. I've already taken to creating 50 custom thumbnails for my Classicaloid reviews that I haven't applied yet, you know, where it's sort of a minimalist version of the character Beats, Beethoven from the show. And then, you know, plain background and just the text. Classicaloid Season 1, Episode whatever review. Classicaloid Season 2, Episode whatever review. And just watch. They'll probably get struck too. Or is probably at risk for the same. So in any case, just not the best week for me. Just not, you know, not the best circumstances. I still got like... Oh, what the hell time is it? Let me check my clock over here. It's 11:20 p.m. as I'm recording this video right now. So that means I still have 25 and a half hours before I get any money, any food, any water, any drink, other than tap water. And my head is pounding. I feel sick. I might just go have a vomit. And this doesn't help. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to see it backwards. What the hell am I showing it to you for? Because for some reason, the new live stream recording thing, you know, flips the screen around. It's all backwards. You know, you can see the writing is backwards when you're going to be watching this after it's uploaded and processed. Whereas my old phone, when I live streamed, when I had the ability, it was fine. It looked like a proper video. But this flips it for some reason, you know. I don't know. But in any case, thank you so much to Japan Creative Contents Alliance LLC for putting a thorough thorn up my butt. Thank you so much. And I hope you fuck off and you choke and die and you leave me the fuck alone from here on out. But, you know, If you are any of my friends online, if you are any of my followers, my viewers, if you enjoy any of my content, please consider at the very least following me over on Facebook, following my anime list account, you know, subscribing to my secondary channel just in case. Because it's here today, but it could just as well be gone tomorrow. And who knows, whatever happens, happens. Otherwise, that'll be pretty much it for me on this. Just wanted to update you guys on this frustrating circumstance, and reiterate why I'm not making, weekly, daily video reviews. I'm not, I don't do this. I never monetized any of my videos. I don't do it for money, income, that kind of thing. There is no monetary sustenance that I gain out of it, unlike a lot of my contemporaries who do, nonstop content. Because, yeah, every single second of every single minute of every single video of every, single series coverage is all about money in their wallet. And they live off of it. That's their income. Unfortunately, my sis and I don't have much in the way of that. We're scraping the barrel by the time we get to the last 2 weeks of the month, every single month, no matter what we do to scrimp and save. And this is just one more headache I didn't need. But I wanted to make you, my friends, my viewers, my followers, my subscribers, be aware of what's going on and, what the situation is. I don't know if or when this copyright strike will be retracted, as it has been promised to me that it will be. I know that it, eases up. It stops in October, providing I don't get any more from this fucking organization. But what can you do? It is what it is. So yeah, otherwise I hope this video finds you much better off than I am currently doing. And I'll catch you later.